Have you ever thought about the definition of happiness? See, happiness is a magic word, and everyone is in search of it, but so few find it. Why? Is it because you think that they are looking for happiness in a false direction? Actually, according to one famous French writer, he said that even a man who is going out to hang himself is looking for happiness, only he is searching for it in a false direction. So I would like to relate with you a story about an Oriental king who had everything that his heart desired. But in spite of all his possessions, he fell into deep sadness. So he called all of his physicians, and he requested from them that they should find a cure, but nothing helped. He became so angry that he ordered that all these physicians be hanged. And at the last moment, when they were actually taken to the gallows, one of the servants begged the king for one short day and a stay of execution. And this is what he said to him: "There is a wise man who lives on top of a sacred mountain. He's not a politician, he's just a wise man. Why don't we just consult him, and maybe he will find a cure for the majesty." So the wise man was brought to the king, and the king was examined by him. And this is what he said to the king: "Put on the shirt of a really happy man for at least half an hour, and your joy and your former happiness and a healthy attitude will come back to you." Well, the king heard this, and of course he said, "Well, that is very easy. I can find that person right away." But the wise man warned him and said, "This has to be a genuinely happy person. So why not disguise yourself and go throughout the town and search?" So the king thought, "Fine, I'll do that." So he went among most of the people and the wealthiest people in this town, but many of them were unhappy. They wanted more, and he couldn't find one truly happy person. They were all looking for more and more possession, and none of them could relax. Then the king thought, well, let me go to the middle class. Those people don't have the curses of the millions, so they must be happy. But he was disappointed, and he found out that the middle class wanted to be like the upper class, and therefore all of their unhappy days were being clouded. So then he thought, maybe the poor, but the poor are so poor they don't have much. And on the last evening of the search, as he was going back home, he passed by a shackle, a little hovel of a home in a suburb of the kingdom. And this is what he heard outside the window: "I am so happy today. Oh, thank God. I thank you for making me such a happy man." Of course, the king heard this, and he was more than elated. He stormed into the shack and immediately saw a man sitting on the floor and finishing his meager meal. He looked about and he asked him, "Why is there no lamp in this house or no furniture?" The man said, "I'm a poor person." He says, "Okay, then at least give me your shirt." This is what the king requested of him: "And I'll make you the richest person in the kingdom." The poor man answered, "I would gladly do it, but I am so poor, I don't have a shirt." And now the king realized the wise man's counsel. See, you cannot search for happiness anywhere. It comes from inside, not outside. who you are, what you do, who you meet, and the way you do things that you do with a proper attitude. This brings happiness, genuine happiness. It cannot be bought. It cannot be borrowed. It cannot be invented. It must be lived over and over again. And I wish that for you every day.
If you like what you've heard, please let us know by leaving a comment below. We would really appreciate if you would be kind enough to like, share, and even subscribe. Feel free to follow us on Facebook.